Will Montgomery here with the Varsity845 High School Football Show. We start this week at Cornwall, which has leaned heavily on its veteran offensive line this year. With a rookie quarterback in Kieran Kreider and juniors in the backfield and the receiving corps, the 5 big blockers up front are going to be a big key for the Green Dragons this fall. And I do mean big. Cornwall's offensive line stands at an average height of 6 foot and weighs in at 269 pounds. We caught up with Cornwall's line at practice this week to talk about the differences between run and pass blocking and how they try to be leaders for the younger players on the team.
I think it's good that we have the ability up front and in the backfield that we can run consistently, get a lot of yards, a lot of first downs, but we have the ability to fool the defenses into bringing a lot in the box, and we have the receivers and the quarterback to easily throw if we need to, get deep balls, and we can easily transition from running to passing because we have the players to do that.
Be more aggressive on the run block.
We're some pretty big kids too. Like we're like the smallest ones, and we're still big, so it's like fun to just be able to go head on with players
and handle people.
Mentally pre-play, we hear the play in the huddle, and on our way to the line scrimmage, it's always we're not really thinking more about being less or more aggressive because we don't want to tone it down at all. We want to be going the same speed, aggressive, high speed the whole game. So it's more of the fact that we need to go back. We've been taught everything. We know what we're doing. Think about it mentally. Don't think too much, and get to the line of scrimmage and do what we do.
Really focus the whole game. Make sure we know what we're doing every play. Try to make it really easy for the quarterback. Same mentality as run blocking, except like we're obviously not like firing out. We're going backwards. But if a defensive end or tackle or whoever messes up, we're going to capitalize on it and make them regret it.
Mostly, a lot of times, coach will kind of emphasize that no plays happen without the offensive line. Us 5, we know that. So that kind of puts an extra responsibility on us, and I think we take that very well. And like I said earlier, our backfield and our receivers are very capable of taking what we do and emphasizing on everything, so it works all together really well.
Some veterans on the line that help out the younger Kieran Kreider and some younger receivers, and it's good to have depth up front and big boys up front who can help move the ball for the younger guys.
It's good if you don't know what to do. Having a guy like Neil next to you who's older and knows what to do. So you just ask him if you don't know anything. And just good having a lot of older guys on the line.
We also caught up with Washingtonville senior Jack Zimmer, who's been a vital two-way player as a wide receiver and safety for the 3-0 Wizards. Washingtonville hosts Roosevelt on Saturday afternoon in a game that will go a long way in determining the Class AA Division II playoff race.
I mean, we spent a lot of time in the off season just working together, hitting the weight room, going to the gridiron camps, 7-on-7, stuff like that. Just built us together. We're just such a family now. It always helps having a different team because you never know what they're going to do to us, so you always got to plan for everything. Because us, we can just do whatever we want, but we're going to know. They can just do whatever they want. It's going to be different. We're expecting them to be fast. We're not going to let our guard down just because we're 3-0. No matter what's going to happen, we're just going to play football. We're going to go out there. Going to do good. I mean, it's definitely getting a lot better throwing the ball during the season. Running the ball is always good. Having a good running game. Being able to air the ball out during games is also great. I mean, I started in 8th grade. I really had no idea what position to play. Met one of the coaches, said, "You got pretty good hands, just play receiver." So just stuck with it. I was thinking somewhere like the medical field, maybe physical therapy, pharmacy, stuff like that. Yeah, it always gets better coming to practice each week, knowing you're improving, you're just getting better each week, and nothing can really stop you now. You just keep going. Definitely, Coach Lee helps out with the conditioning a lot. He pushed us every day, no matter what. We have a good day, we have a bad day. He's pushing us all the time. It's going to help.
Now, on to the rest of the big games this weekend. We start with Pine Bush at Middletown on Friday night. Both teams entered this game in similar circumstances. Pine Bush and Middletown each started off 2-0, but lost last week to Division I rivals in Monroe Woodbury and Newburgh Free Academy, respectively. The winner here stays in the playoff hunt, and the loser faces a much tougher journey over the season's final few weeks. Warwick plays at Minisink Valley, also on Friday night. Warwick is 0-3 and has scored just 28 points through 3 games. A stout Minisink Valley defense, which has allowed an average of 11 points per game, including a shutout over Kingston last week, will prove a tough task for the Wildcats in this Class AA Division II game. Port Jervis heads to Cornwall on Friday night. Cornwall looks to pull even at 2-2. The Green Dragons are 1-0 in Class A with a win over Poughkeepsie last week. They look to make up some ground on Saugerties, which is now 3-0 in Class A. Port Jervis has struggled to defend the run in losses to Middletown and Saugerties in the last 2 weeks. And how are the Raiders going to fare against a Cornwall team that thrives on the passing game? Burke Catholic will host New Paltz on Saturday at noon. It's a non-league game, but this will be a big game for both teams. New Paltz is 3-0, looking to build on its success after a win at Millbrook last week. Burke Catholic has lost 2 games to really good teams in O'Neill and Marlboro, and they look to pick things up before their Class C schedule really gets going next weekend. Marlboro plays at Red Hook at 1:30 on Saturday. It'll be the first Class B Division I game of the season for Marlboro, and this should be a game between 2 of Section 9's top offenses. Red Hook scored 69 points in a win at Rondout last week, and the winner here gets a leg up in the race for this division, which looks to be an exciting 3-way chase between Marlboro, Red Hook, and New Paltz. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Check out more high school sports coverage on Varsity845.com.